track meet, hundreds of young people participated in the trials as the field of participants was now down to the 6 or 7 top qualifiers for each event. This year's Liberty Track Meet attracted more than 800 participants, and hundreds of spectators came out to support the young athletes.
Liberty Bank and Trust originated the Liberty Track Meet some 20 years ago as a means of spotlighting positive accomplishments of high school track athletes in the city. Since track and field competition was suspended at Tad Gormley in the late 1980s and early 90s as Tad Gormley went through a series of renovations, the 1998 Liberty event is now in its 17th year of competition. The Liberty Track Meet has grown over the years and now ranks as one of the top track events in the state. 31 schools participated in the 1998 Liberty Meet, featuring Orleans Parish schools along with teams from Destrehan, St. John, and Covington. One of the more unique features of the Liberty Track Meet is that it is one of the few track events that allows competition across classifications. AAA and 4A teams can participate against 5A schools. In other words, track athletes from throughout Louisiana have an opportunity to participate against the best athletes in the state. The Liberty Track Meet is sponsored by Liberty Bank each year. Additional sponsors for this year's event include Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation, WYLD and WQUE radio stations, Cox Communications, and WDSU TV, which has been a major track meet sponsor for the past 11 years.
The high school athletes compete in a series of events, including the 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, and 3200 meter races. 400, 800, and 1600 meter relays are featured events, and field competition includes the discus, javelin, long jump, broad jump, and pole vault. Dozens of high school coaches volunteer their time to officiate at the event, and a track meet committee of more than 30 people participate in putting on the annual track extravaganza.
This year's meet was the first time that the entire track meet was dedicated to an individual. The track meet's former chairman, Mr. Richard Demas, died last year. In honor of the time, dedication, and commitment he had shown for the track meet over the years, this year's meet was dedicated to his memory. I had the opportunity and the honor to talk with Richard Demas's wife, Jean, herself a principal of one of our finest public schools, Warren Easton. Here are some of her comments. Jean, tell us a little bit about what this track meet and what Richard's whole experience with Liberty Bank meant to him and what it meant to you.
Well, being a part of Liberty Bank is being a part of a family, and it has truly meant a lot to us. I think that we really drew energy from the family of Liberty, and because they do so much for the community and so much for the youth in the city, we were just very proud to be a part of it. And of course, Demas loved young people, and by being a former coach, he had that, I guess, charisma about himself in terms of wanting to draw people near and to help young people in every way that he possibly could. And I often remember him preparing for the Liberty Track Meet. It seemed like he would get so excited, and we wanted to leave early in the morning. We would come out here, and I said, well, do we have to sit? He said, sit in the sun all day long, and to see the young people perform. I think his greatest joy, it was not necessarily in the winners, but seeing the kids given the opportunity, and that made a big difference, because he said that, you know, if they had the opportunity, if they had the encouragement, if they had adults behind them, the community behind them, they would succeed.
Well, I know that you, as a principal of a high school here, one of our better high schools, Warren Easton, have a certain commitment to kids as well, and I want to tell you how much we appreciate you and appreciated your husband and how much he meant to all of us.
Well, I'd like to just thank everyone for this honor. This dedication means a lot, and it will be long remembered. And I hope that we will continue to provide for the young people, and thanks to Liberty Bank and to WDSU, I'm very appreciative.
Winston Burns, the man credited with conceiving the track meet program, served as the track meet chairman this year. He talked about Richard Demas's contribution to the development of young people.
Richard was as an old coach like me, you know. We out of active coaching, and he would light up like a Christmas tree a couple of days before this meet, and the day of the meet is like a little boy in the candy store. And I think his feelings and my feelings are parallel. When we see all these kids who have worked so hard to be a winner and to do something responsive to the school, this is where we get our reward. Just to see the joy of these kids coming out here every year, and this competitive spirit, and yet a Christian spirit to that matter, it just turns us on. That's basic. With him and I, we have so many things in common. And I think when you put this meet all together, every person, to a man, to a woman, all of them have that same attitude. I want to help, and I'm going to give these 2 days. I don't care how long it's going to be. I don't care what reward I'm going to get, because I'm not looking for that. But I want to be out there, and I want to help. And sometimes we get too much help, and we can't honor all of them, and, you know, that kind of bothers me too, you know. But this is, I always like to call this track meet a track meet of love. And,
So Denise, what you think? We're gonna have a good meet today?
It seems like the weather's absolutely gorgeous, and everybody's all prepared and pumped up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a good one today.
All right now we're gonna take a little break. We'll be back with more of the Liberty Track Meet right after this.
It's time you got your financial freedom.
Place under ideal weather conditions.
The participating schools this year included Marion Abramson, Archbishop Blank, Archbishop Shaw, George Washington Carver, Joseph S. Clark, Walter L. Cohen, Covington High School, De La Salle, Destrehan, Frederick Douglass, East St. John, Warren Easton.
Ben Franklin also participated, along with L.C. Forshey, L.W. Higgins, John F. Kennedy, L.B. Landry, Alfred Lawless, John McDonough, McDonough 35, Eleanor McMain, L.E. Rob Wang, Sarah T. Reed, Scotlandville, Southern Lab, St. Aug, St. Mary's, Old Perry Walker, Booker T. Washington, West Jefferson, and Xavier Prep.
This year's host school was Forshey. Bill talked with Forshey's principal, Mr. Darrell Kilbert, about the significance of the Liberty Track Meet.
Mr. Kilbert, kind of tell me, if you would, what this track meet means to you and to the family over at Forshey High School.
Well, first of all, we are glad to be the host school in this wonderful, wonderful event. Liberty Bank has really gone out of its way to provide multiple activities for the young people of the New Orleans public schools, as well for the city of New Orleans, and Forshey is just happy to be a part of that. Well, you hear the old proverb, it takes a community to raise a child, and that's fact. Schools cannot do it alone. Years ago, you had three activities that took care of children: the family, the church, and the school. And many times those three things are not working in conjunction with one another. But if we can get the community, business, business leaders, volunteers, all parties who are accountable for the upbringing of young people, then we can have a much better situation than what the state of our society is in at this point in time.
The finals proved to be some of the most exciting track and field competitions seen in New Orleans for quite some time. Let's get on with our first event, the girls' 800-meter relays.
Denise, here we go with the 800 meters relay with girls. We're looking at some of the young ladies getting started right now. First leg of the relay, they're going to go ultimately 2 times around this track, and they're staggered handoffs between the girls. And here's the first handoff coming up right now. Looks like, from what I can see, Denise, We had Warren Easton to hand off first, and I must say Warren Easton has one of the stronger relay teams in the metropolitan area, and it looks like they're about to take it out.
Yeah, that's true. They can hand off that baton real well. They do an excellent job of that.
As you can see, with this staggered start, you can't really tell who's in the lead as of yet, but it'll start to straighten out as we get closer to the end. Warren Easton is all the way on the first lane, and they're starting to take a little lead, I believe. And we're coming up on the third exchange. This will be right before we're getting ready for the last leg of this 4x200 meters. And here we go. Yeah, Warren Easton's got the lead, and we'll see if they look like they're going to take this one all the way home.
I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody can catch her. She is flying.
Oh, yeah, she is. Young lady from Carver's right behind her, though. She's not that far back. They're trying to catch up, but clearly Warren Easton is the class of this field, and this may portend to a very strong day for Warren Easton. I hate to say it, but Warren Easton's going to take all of these, I believe. Warren Easton clearly did take this race. They won in a time of 1:41.3. Second was Eleanor McMain High School, and third was George Washington Carver.
Considering the fact that we dropped the stick yesterday and came back and ran the way we did, we were happy. That's what we wanted, and we came out here and did it. They told us forget about what we did yesterday and come out here and shine, and that's exactly what we did.
Now we'll take a look at the boys' 4x200 meters, the 800-meter relay, in other words, and they're stretching, getting ready to start this race off. It appears from all past records that Archbishop Shaw clearly has one of the better teams in this race and several of the other relays, but John McDonald should give them a real test today. And they're starting the first leg of the boys' 4x200 meter. This staggered start gives you the impression that the team that has the outside lane is leading, but watch the exchange. That'll give you a better idea who's really leading, because the track is made in such a way that the stagger ultimately makes everybody run on the same plane. Did you know that, Denise?
I can see what you're talking about, Bill, but no, I didn't know that at first, but I can see what you're saying.
Right now, it appears as though, I think that's Archbishop Shaw is out in front.
Yeah.
And, wow, young man from Shaw just really shot out of there. Coming up on the fourth and final leg of this relay, and we'll get a chance to see if anybody's going to catch the young men from Archbishop Shaw. It's a relatively close race now. Here we go. Whoa, here we go. Now we have a race.
Yeah.
Coming down to the wire, making that corner. Archbishop Shaw on the outside lane.
Golly.
Whoa, he just overtook
You
the brother.
can't get much closer than that.
Yeah, they're running, Denise. They are really running. Yeah. Archbishop Shaw, however, has the lead and will take the boys' 800 meter. Archbishop Shaw wins this race in 1:28. Old Perry Walker came in 1:28.6, and John McDonough's third with a time of 1:28.73. A really close race.
You guys were fantastic. Did you think you were going to do it?
Yes.
Okay, come on. Tell me why you felt that way.
Because we were confident, real confident about the race, so we just ran our best. We thought our best could win it, so that's what it did.
All right, Denise, we're getting ready to start, and we have started the 1,600 meter. This is the old classic 1 mile run. This is one of the races that kind of is a bellwether for a lot of schools, particularly when we're looking at distance racing. When you talk about the 1,600 meters, this is where the class of the field of distance runners come from, and one of those kind of races that you got to have a little stamina 4 times around the track.
That's a lot of times to run around. But, you know, many of the athletes were telling me that the weather was so nice, the humidity was low, which allowed them to breathe like they wanted to and kind of stretch and do the things they needed to do to do this type of long running.
Yeah, there's some really class athletes in this field, too. Just to mention a couple of them, Samaya Richardson out of Old Perry Walker is one of the better long-distance runners. She's standing there. She is right there coming around the corner, and right now she's in second place. Michelle Blunt out of Elno-McMain is also one of the class athletes in this field, and we're going to take a little break from the 1,600 meter, and we'll come back and pick it up at the end. But let's take a look at some of the field events while this race is going on.
Sounds good.
Let's look at the girls first. In the girls' shot put, our winner there was Nicole Clay from John McDonough. She threw the shot 36 feet, 7 inches. Kamaya Darrensburg came in second, and Angela Jones was third in the shot put.
In the women's discus throw, Sasha Junius won with 112 feet, 2 inches. That's pretty long. She's from Mount Carmel Academy. Nicole Clay came in second. She's from John McDonough with 102 feet, 4 inches. And Kamaya Darrensburg from Destrehan High School came in at 98 feet, 6 inches.
In the girls' javelin throw, Sarah Perry from Covington High School won with a throw of 112 feet, 8 and 5/10 inches. Sasha Junius of Mount Carmel came in second, 108 feet, 9 and 5/10 inches. And Kami Darrensburg, Destrehan High School, was third with a throw of 104 feet, 2 inches. Now we'll pick up the girls' 1,600 meter as we come close to the end. All right, here we go with the final lap of the girls' 1,600 meter. And that young lady out front, Denise, is Samaya Richardson out of, where's she from?
Oh, Perry Walker, yes.
Yeah, she's striding along and looks like she's going to really take this race out. I can't see anybody catching up with Samaya from here. The girl who's running second is from Elno-McMain, but Samaya Richardson is clearly the class of this field, and she's going to, I believe, take this race.
Yeah, it's so important that you pace yourself, to be able to last the entire race. And she's doing a good job. I mean, look at her run. It's not real fast. She just has a steady flow, She's looking good.
Absolutely. She's quite an athlete, too, I should mention. Samaya Richardson also does several of the field events. And we're going to be hearing a lot more about this young lady. She clearly has the 1,600 meter just about wrapped up. But I don't know. Here comes somebody else coming right up behind her, Denise, just making a little race out of this.
That's right.
That young lady looks like she's from East St. John, coming in second. Right now she's running second. And Samaya Richardson is crossing the line. Our first place finisher. But we got quite a race for second place. Elno-McMain snuck in there.
Sure did.
Let's see who are our winners. Samaya Richardson, O'Perry Walker ran the 1,600 meters in 5 minutes, 50 seconds. Second is Michelle Blunt from Elno-McMain, 5 minutes, 54 seconds. And third is Yoshiko Taylor from East St. John High School.
All right, Bill, the guys are getting set for the boys' 1,600 meter run. And they're off and running.
Yeah, we're going to look at another 4 times around the track. We are looking here at a race that, generally speaking, you, again, are looking for the stamina, the ability to hang in there and keep a steady pace around the track 4 times. And at this stage in high school, a good time would be somewhere in the 5-minute mark, and we're hoping that the young men will be able to come close to that today. Some of the better-known competitors in this race, from Ravenswood, there's a young man named Ivan Therian who is expected to probably win this race. Darius Kaywood from O'Perry Walker is also often talked about, and Joe Williams from Clark, all of which have done some excellent times in this race. And we're going to take a break from the boys' 1,600 meter and take a look at some of the field events and some of the young men who did well.
You know, Bill, the field events are just as competitive. Let's take a look at the boys' shot put. Chris Joseph of Archbishop Shaw came in first with a throw of 49 feet and 1/2 inch. Chris Bullock from Destrehan High School came in second with a throw of 46 feet, 10 inches. And Julian Green was so close behind him. He's from McDonough 35. He had a throw of 46 feet, 9 inches.
Julian Green in the javelin, I should say the discus throw, came in first. He won that event with a throw of 144 feet, 8 inches. Chris Bullock in this race came in second from Destrehan High, 141.4. And Jason Richaud of Archbishop Shaw came in third with a throw of 122 feet, 9 inches. In the javelin throw, our first place winner was Ryan Hebert, Archbishop Shaw. He threw the javelin 176 feet. Second place is Juan Reese from East St. John High School with a throw of 169.3. And Chris Creek of Archbishop Shaw came in third with a throw of 147 feet, 9 inches. Denise, I think we ought to get back to the boys' 1,600 meter, and let's pick up the final lap. All right, here we go. Looks like we got a 3-person race. 3 young men are stretching it out. They've left the rest of the field, Denise.
Yeah, I was going to say, where are the other guys?
Well, that's the way it is with these distance races. You have one group of guys who obviously are the class of this whole race, and they're out there. That young man leading right now is Ivan Therian from Rabway High School, and he looks like he's got the stride to take this thing all the way in. From Old Perry Walker, Darius Kaywood is running second right now, but Ivan Therian, Rab Wayne, clearly is going to win this race. He's got about a 20-yard lead on the rest of the field, and he is moving out. Young man from Clark, Joel Williams, looks like he's trying to make a race for second place, but our first place winner, clearly, Ivan Therian, Rab Wayne. Second place, Old Perry Walker's Darius Kaywood, and in third place, Joel Williams from Joseph S. Clark. And now this is the girls' 100-meter low hurdles. And right in the middle of the track, that should be where the race is, Tiffany Hardison and Frida Jackson. Tiffany's from Warren Easton, and Frida's from L.W. Higgins, and they are putting on quite a race.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, boy, here we go at the end. The winner is Tiffany Hardison, Warren Easton High School, 15.8 seconds. Frida Jackson from L.W. Higgins comes in second, 15.85 seconds. And Brittany Littlejohn from Eleanor McMain is third at 16.6 seconds. Quite a race for first and second.
She pushed me a lot because this year, before the Liberty, I haven't had any competition. And today she gave me a little competition.
Well, isn't that something? You gave her competition, but she beat you. How you feel about that? Well, I'm just glad I came back from a serious injury in January. So, I'm glad that I was able to come out here and compete and do as well as I did.
Now we'll take a look at the boys' 110-meter high hurdles. And they're off. Again, usually the race is going to be right in the middle of the track. And right now, young man who actually last year won the outstanding athlete, D'Artagnan Desjons of Frederick Douglass, wins this race in 14.57 seconds. Coming in second is Cornell Van Pelp of L.B. Landry, 14.87 seconds, and Stephen Mitchell of De La Salle is third, 15.51 seconds. The boys, 110-meter high hurdles. Denise talked with the winner, D'Artagnan Desjons.
I've ran hurt before. I've jumped hurt before. I mean, it's not really a big thing. There's nothing wrong with competing while you're hurt. It just shows a little more heart and all that, so.
We'll have more of the Liberty track meet right after this.
You know how it is with service calls.
The coach at George Washington Carver Senior High School. She was named Coach of the Year last year. I had the opportunity to talk with Miss Foley about her very significant honor.
This is just a tremendous honor. By being at the very beginning with this track meet and watching it grow from a little track meet on a dirt track out here to this fabulous facility we have now, and the number of athletes we have participating, because at first it was just open to Orleans Parish. The meet was really designed to give the Orleans Parish student athletes an opportunity to perform on a higher level. And from that, it has grown because so many people across the state wanted to participate in this meet, you know, and asked to come. So we opened it up, you know, because we want the best competition for our students. We want to get them ready for state meet where we come across everybody in the state. So this is the best opportunity for all our athletes to get to perform at on a really top-notch facility and to the best of their ability. Track and field is really a builder for society because you have to be an individual, but then you have to learn how to work with other people. And this is what society is all about. You have to be an individual, but you have to learn how to get along with everybody because everybody learns you compete in the world, but then we all are part of it together and we learn how to love each other together.
All right, Bill, here goes one of my favorites, the women's 100-meter dash.
Yeah, the 100 meters always a premier event at every track meet. Again, though, it looks like the girls from Warren Easton really do well in these sprints, but they're not going to win this one.
No, that's right, Bill. We have coming in first place LaToya Bro from Destrehan High School with a time of 12:73. DeWanna Smith from Warren Easton High School comes in second, and Sonia Hill from George Washington Carver places third.
It was a challenge. It was, you know, it's hard, but you know, they made me push myself, you know. So, you know, the girls, I really thought they was faster than me, but I worked my hardest, you know, try to win it, you know.
And now we're going to take a look at the boys' 100-meter. Now we're going to find out who is the fastest guy at the track. And they're moving out there. This is a quick race, Denise. It's hard to tell till you get to the end,
That's
but
right.
Wow, looks like Shaw is really going to run away with this.
Yeah.
Derek Joseph from Shaw comes in first with 10.91 seconds. Second is Ronald Bellamy, also of Archbishop Shaw, 10.96 seconds. And third is Carl Singleton from Old Perry Walker, 11.16 seconds. Quite a race. I think you talked with some of these folks, didn't you, Denise?
Yes, I did, absolutely.
It's like, I don't like running the hot because take all your energy, drain your energy away. So today's like an excellent day to want to run the 100.
So what are you going to be doing next this afternoon?
200-meter dash.
So that means that we might be talking to you all again in just a few more minutes?
Hopefully.
No, this guy would say for sure, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Now we're looking at the girls' 800-meter. 2 times around the track. This is one of those middle-distance races, Denise, that really puts a lot of strain on these young ladies. They have to maintain a real steady pace to go around 2 times, but they got to go around pretty fast.
That is true. They have a nice pace going now. This is, of course, the first lap around.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the 3 girls up front have separated themselves from the rest of the pack, and we're looking at 3 young ladies who probably will be the competition in this race. Leading right now is Zelina Lynch from Elnomac, Maine. In second place from Old Perry Walker is Samaya Richardson. You might remember Samaya. She won the 1,600-meter. And LaShondra Givens from Fortier is also in that pack. And they're kind of separating themselves from the rest of the field as we look at the end of the first lap. And they're getting ready for their bell lap. Here we go.
Yeah, this race is always so much fun to watch because you can see they have a steady pace now, but, man, by the time they make that next curve, they're going to be really running fast.
They're going to be flying.
Yeah.
This is where the race is running won or lost, right in through here, because they're positioning themselves for that last go.
That's right.
Coming down the stretch. And right now, it really looks like it's beginning to be a 2-woman race. Zelina Lynch, Samaya Richardson. Zelina's still in the lead right now, but Samaya's coming up on her shoulder. She's got that outside lane, and she's trying to pass it. She's got her.
All right.
Coming out of the curve now, or going into the curve, I should say, we're looking at Samaya Richardson with a short lead over Zelina.
They're just like back and forth, back and forth.
Zelina Lynch. They're really running this one down to the wire. Zelina Lynch and Samaya Richardson. Samaya Richardson, though, is, boy, she's got some get up and go in her. She's gone. She's gone. Bye, Zelina. Samaya Richardson is our winner in the girls' 800-meter. Coming in second is Zelina Lynch from Elnomac, Maine, and our third-place finisher is LaShondra Givens, Alcee Fortier. Denise, talk with Samaya Richardson.
It's trying to gain more confidence in myself from what happened last year because I lost the 8 last year here. And trying to get my times down, which they just told me. Hand time I ran a 2:16, but officially a 2:18. And that's what I wanted to get down to today, a 2:18.
So overall, you feel real good about what's going on.
And I'm eating more because that's one problem I had. Sometimes I work so hard, I'll come home from school, take a shower, do my homework, and forget to eat. So I guess by me eating this morning, it's making me feel a lot better. More energy, took my vitamins like I should usually do. So I feel great today. So.
Now it's the boys' turn. It's the boys' 800-meter run, and they're off and running, Bill. I know you have some favorites in this race as well. It looks like, yeah, they're all starting at a pretty good, they have a nice pace going there.
This is, again, 2 times around the track, so it'll take a little while for them to kind of sort it out, and we'll begin to see some of the top runners move to the front. But in this race, we do have the young man who won the 1,600 meters. He's also in this race, Ivan Therian. Young man from St. Aug right now has got the lead, Jeffrey Fisher. Jeffrey's kind of moving it out there. That young man running right next to him is, I think, from Old Perry Walker, and he's Alex Brumfield. But leading the pack, Jeffrey Fisher and Rayon Rayford seem to be the 2 top guys right now.
Yeah, St. Augustine and Archbishop Shaw. That's where Ryan is from.
Yeah, Ivan Therian is, I think that's Ivan.
That's
Ivan's
Ivan,
out front now, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's taking the lead. Young man from St. Aug, though, Jeffrey Fisher, looks like he's not going to let him get too far away.
He's not giving up.
Jeffrey Fisher takes the lead back on the back stretch and is bringing it around the curve. She's coming around the curve, and he has taken the lead in the boys' 800-meter. He is leading Ivan Therion, and Ryan Rayford is right on boy, their tails. So
this is going to be an exciting
quite a
finish.
race.
Yeah, look at this.
Jeffrey Fisher right now.
There he goes.
Pulling it out, Jeffrey. St. Aug's Jeffrey Fisher looks like he's going to take this one, and he does. Coming in second is Ryan Rayford out of Archbishop Shaw, and Ivan Therian is from Rabawayne, the 3rd place finisher. Now we're getting ready for the 400-meter relay. Quick, 1 time around the track, and we're handing off and running and moving, and
a lot of action going on, huh?
If things go like they did earlier in the race, this ought to be Warren Easton's meet, and they have quite a relay team.
You know, from talking to the students, Bill, I don't know if they enjoy the individual competition or this relay where it's a team effort as much. It's hard to say. They just enjoy it all.
Yeah, they look like they're really pulling out, too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Warren Easton clearly is the class of this field, and they are moving it and shaking it. Warren Easton is going to win the 4x100-meter relay.
Look
and
at that.
She's bringing it home.
Yes, indeed.
She's bringing it home. Warren Easton is our winner in the 4x100 relay. Coming in second in this race is going to be George Washington Carver, and Elno McMain takes 3rd.
What did you all do as a team to prepare for this win? Who want to tell me about it?
Practice hard and dedication.
Yeah.
We practice 7 days a week, even on Sundays.
So you really think that that's what led to today's victory?
Yes.
But you have to make sure you hand that baton off correctly as well.
Yeah.
We're going to take a look now, Denise, at the boys 4x100. The premier team in the area is Archbishop Shaw, but they're not in this race. They scratched on the first day, they're not going to be in this one. Our top competitors will probably be John Mack, St. Aug, and Old Perry Walker. They are running.
They're flying.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
That's the way that goes. We have some really, really speedy young men in this race. John Mack looks like they're taking it out, though.
Yeah,
they clearly have the lead right now, and wow, this young man here is...
You blink an eye, you'll miss it.
He's coming in. John McDonough Oh, but Old Perry Walker's coming up on him. John Mack wins it. Old Perry Walker finishes second, and St. Aul comes in third. The boys, 4 by 100 meters.
Knowing that we had people like Walker, not to take nothing from Walker, they're a good team, it's stuff like that we look forward to, the competition, and that make us run harder. No matter, he got a bad foot, I got a bad leg, and he got ingrown toenails. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good that we just love running.
And now we're going to take a look at the girls' 400-meter dash. One time around.
Yeah, this is always so much fun. It's exciting. It's so quick, too, and here they go.
Well, it's not all that quick. We got to go around this 400-meter track one time, Denise, and looks like once again, Warren Easton looks like they're out in front. This young lady is Rwanda Mendoza, and she and Dewana Smith, both of Warren Easton, clearly are out in front, and I don't think anybody's going to catch up with them.
I bet they practice together.
Yeah.
Probably motivate each other.
Warren Easton has one heck of a track team, and they are really showing out here at the Liberty Track Meet.
They sure are.
Running number 1 for Warren Easton, Rwanda Mendoza. Second place, Dewana Smith, also of Warren Easton.
Yeah.
And our third place finisher in this race is going to be Javonda Hall of McMain. That's your 1, 2, 3 winners. Now we're going to take a look at the boys' 400-meter dash.
Already in progress, huh?
Yeah, it's on. It's on.
Yeah.
Some rather speedy runners here. Young man from Landry looks like he's really taking it out. Kevin Harris is going out in front of the field now. Can he hold it? That is the question. Kevin Harris is way out front in this race right now.
Yeah, because right behind him, look, Vincent Butler from St. Augustine High School.
Yeah, he's going to make a race out of it, but I believe Kevin might take this one, Denise. He's way out in front.
Gee whiz. Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. Kevin Harris, L.B. Landry is our number 1 finisher with a time of 48.47 seconds. Vincent Butler is second from St. Augustine. And our third place finisher is Darius Beard from Old Perry Walker. And now we're looking at the beginning of the women's 200 meter. And they're off. Halfway around the track, this is one of those races where you got to just flat out.
That's right. Go all out. That's right. I'm telling you. And that's what these young ladies are doing. Look at them go. Wow.
That's Warren Easton and Destrehan, Dawn Williams and LaToya Bro. They are fighting it out for the finish. I think Dawn Williams got it. Dawn Williams from Warren Easton wins the 200 meter in 25.18 seconds. LaToya Bro is right behind her with 25.32 seconds. And Maisha Scott comes in third from Elna McMain with a time of 26 and 35 100ths of a second.
I knew the girl from Destrehan was competition, and I knew that she was in lane behind me, so that would give me an advantage to be in front of her and try to stay in front of her the whole time. But I'm sorry. I'm glad I won, though.
Here we go with the boys, 200 meter. And they're off.
This is another fast one, huh?
Oh, yeah. This is speed to burn. This is where you really see who's got the speed and who can handle it. Coming out of that curve, the curves of the running is important here. But look at that. Derek Joseph of Shaw is leading the pack. He's going to take this one. And he is going to not only win it, he's going to set a meet record with 21.73 seconds. Derek Joseph wins the 200 meter. Willie Jones from Old Perry Walker comes in second with a time of 22.3 of a second. And Ronald Bellamy, Archbishop Shaw, 22.53. Quite a race. All right, Denise, we're lining up for the beginning of the 3,200 meters. This is one of those long races, 8 times around the track.
That is quite a few times. And they really have to keep their pace just so, because you can tire yourself out after going around just 2 or 3 times.
You can, but these young ladies are trained to do this. They know they have to keep a steady pace, but obviously they can't run too fast, too early. We are looking at the beginning of the 3,200 meter right now, girls. I guess we need to take a little break right now, Denise, and we'll take a look at some of the field events and give a wrap-up on those.
Yeah, we definitely have time to do that, don't we?
We sure do. All right, Denise, I think first we're going to take a look at the girls' high jump. We had Jovan Marquis from Destrehan to win this one with a jump of 5 feet, 2 inches. Nicole Brundage from Covington was second, and Amanda Spivey, also of Destrehan, came in third.
What did you do to prepare yourself for the high jump this afternoon?
Warm up, stretch, keep a positive mental attitude, relax.
And what school are you from?
Covington High.
All right, is this your first Liberty track meet?
Yes, it is.
Bill, we're going to take a look at the women's long jump, one of the field events. Samaya Richardson, you've heard that name many, many times this evening. She's from Old Perry Walker, and she had a mark of 17 feet, 8.5 inches. She's followed by Jasmine Ruffin of Warren Easton High School and Star Williams from Sarah T. Reed.
And finally, field event for the girls, Denise, is the triple jump, sometime known as the hop, skip, and jump. The winner, Amanda Spivey from Destrehan High School with a jump of 33 feet, 9.5 inches. Nicole Brundage from Covington High came in second, and Tiffany Johnson, McDonough 35, is our third-place finisher.
Bill, while we were gone to take a look at the other field events, this 3,200-meter girls race is still going on.
But it looks like it turned into a rout, Denise. That young lady is way out in front. That's Nishan Baptiste from George Washington Carver, and she has just obliterated the field.
She did what now?
Obliterated. She just wiped them out.
You're absolutely right, because there's no one else in view.
Nobody close.
Nobody close. And look like she's going to take this. What a long journey. She must be exhausted at this point.
Yeah, this is her last lap. This is 8 times around. She's coming into the final curve on her way to the straight down to the finish line. 3,200-meter girls. Nishan Baptiste.
Can you imagine running that long?
George Washington Carver. No, I can't.
Because she's already been running for like 12 minutes now.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine.
Golly, that's a long time.
I never could run that long, that far. But here we go.
Yeah.
Nishan Baptiste. Great run, 3,200 meters. She wins this one by a lot, as you can see. Nishan Baptiste wins the 3,200 meter with a time of 13 minutes, 2 6/55 of a second. Second place finisher, Yoshika Taylor came in second in this race from East St. John High School, and Chanel Jones from Warren Easton was the third place finisher.
Here they come around.
What a race.
Well, I just listened to what my coach told me to do, that's all. He told me to sprint out the curve and do a good stride on the straightaways. And like every time I hit a curve, you know, I sprinted and did a great stride on the straightaways and stuff, you know.
And now, Denise, we're going to take a look at the boys' 3,200 meter. Once again, 8 times around the track. The young men seem to be running just a little bit faster than the girls were.
That is true. I wonder why that is like that.
Well, maybe because boys have longer strides. Oh, we don't know. Anyway, we got to take a look at some of the field events for the boys as we let these young men make their 8 times around, and we'll come back and pick this race up during the last lap. But right now, let's take a look at some of the field events for the boys. First thing we'll take a look at is the boys' high jump, and this was a rather close event. In the high jump, the winner was Naire Silve from Archbishop Shaw with a jump of 6 feet 2 inches. Dallas Dobard from Sarah T. Reed came in second, and Cortez Hankton from St. Aug was third. Now we'll take a look at the pole vault. The pole vault, we had just 2 contestants. Josh Blackwell won with a pole vault of 11 feet, and Wesley Savage came in second with a pole vault of 10 feet 6 inches.
Bill, in the boys' long jump, we have 3 record breakers here, the top 3 finishers. We have Terrell Walker from De La Salle High School. He had a mark of 23 feet 3 inches. He's followed by Tron Smith of Destrehan High School and Chris Bush out of East St. John High School.
Denise, this must have been a day for breaking records, because we also have records broken in the boys' triple jump. And again, Tron Smith from Destrehan set a new record, a new Liberty track meet record of 50 feet and a half inch. Carlos Eugene from Destrehan came in second, and Teron Hawkins from Archbishop Shaw is our third-place finisher.
Bill, we're going back to the boys' 3,200-meter race, and it has been very exciting so far. This is the last lap of this race.
And we got two young men out in front on this one, and they seem to be going to be the two that's going to fight out this race for the title for the 3,200 meter. Ivan Therian, we've mentioned Ivan before, is going to just passed up Darius Kaywood, and seems to be lengthening his lead, and Ivan just might take this. But this has been a competitive race. Kaywood and Therian have certainly shown that they have the stamina and the ability to really run great 3,200-meter races.
That's right. He has a nice pace with him now. He doesn't even seem like he should be, he doesn't look like he's as tired as he should be, I guess, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, he just been running around 7 times, Coming into the last lap now.
Pace. And look at Kaywood. He's just right there behind.
Kaywood looks like he's trying to make a last effort to catch up.
Oh, is he going to catch him?
He's coming on him.
Wow, look
he's
at that.
Coming up on him,
Can you
Is he going to get him?
Oh, look
what
at
a
that.
race.
Oh, man.
Wow. Ivan Therion takes the boys 3,200 meter. Ivan's from Rab Wayne. Darius Kaywood comes in second from Old Perry Walker, and Jernine Bignette comes in third from Warren Easton.
Basically, practice, beginning of the season, and after I came in second last year, I just focused on this meet in particular to, come back and win it again this year, hopefully.
All right, Denise, now we're going to take a look at the final race of the day. 1,600-meter relay, 4 different girls, 4 times around, 1 time for each girl, but this is the 4x400. This is normally one of the more exciting events. You're looking at each of these young ladies really having the opportunity during the 400 meters to demonstrate their own ability, and collectively as a team, that really makes it exciting, because sometimes you got some great runners in these races, and they're able to pull their teams up.
I was going to ask you why they save it as the last race.
Well, yeah, I guess you have to have something last, and this is exciting enough, so I guess it qualifies.
That's true.
Right now, we're looking at this race in the purple and white. I know that's Warren Easton coming in lane 2. In lane 1 is George Washington Carver, but leading this race right now looks like Eleanor McMain, and those are 2 of the stronger teams in New Orleans for this particular race. Warren Easton does have the lead right now. McMain is in second place. Young lady from Warren Easton is starting to stretch it out.
She is moving, and I really like the way that as a four lady team, they pick who can, of course, carry this weight, and they have a position so well.
Yeah, well, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what it's all about. That's right.
We're looking at the second leg right now of the girls, 4x400, and
nice
Warren Easton is out front. She'll be taking it into the third young lady who'll be running here from
Look at her strength.
Warren Easton. Looks like we got a real race for second place. George Washington Carver is making a move on Eleanor McMain, but Warren Easton is clearly the class of at least that particular lap.
Now, you know who's going to bring this lap home for Warren Easton, don't you?
Who is it?
Dawn Williams.
Well, she's good.
Oh, you know that.
She's good. Yeah, I know you talked to those young ladies at some of the other relay races. Warren Easton has one of the better teams in our area.
That's true.
And I think, I may be a little bit off, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Warren Easton ought to be close to wrapping up the girls' title.
All right.
I'm sure if they win this 4x400...
Well, she just left the other,
Yeah, she doesn't seem like...
herself.
Yeah. Warren Easton girls taking it home for the the 1,600-meter relay. We got one more contestant to one more lap to go. Warren Easton has got about a 200-meter lead and seems to be stretching it out.
I don't think they're going to let it up, huh?
Well, if they do, somebody has hell to pay. Let's put it that way.
Woo.
Warren Easton stretching it out. 4 by 400. The girls, 4 by 400.
On this final day of the 1998 Liberty Track Meet.
Warren Easton High School takes it home. They may be close to a meet record on this, Denise. They really have a lead on everybody else right now, without a doubt. You have two other strong teams now. George Washington Carver, which was last year's 4A state champion, has a fairly decent team in this race, but right now they're pulling up the rear. Warren Easton is the class of this one. Warren Easton High School. First place, girls, 4 by 400. They have a time of 3 minutes, 55 seconds. Let's look at the next two finishers. We do have Elna McMahon coming in second in the girls 4 by 400, and the third place finisher is George Washington Carver, last year's 4A champion. The girls 4 by 400 meters.
Bill, we just finished watching the girls 4 by 400. Now here come the boys. They're off and running, and this is going to be pretty exciting. I can tell right now. I mean, I can just tell they're running faster. And if this is any indication of what the girls' race was like, because that was interesting, I know this has got to be just as exciting.
Well, this is one of the races that always is the premier kind of race at this track meet, the 4 by 400. And in this boys' field, you have some of the major track 4 by 400 teams in the state. Archbishop Shaw, John McDonough, both are ranked very high. St. Aug consistently keeps a good 400 meters. You remember a couple of years ago they had a young man who almost broke the national record in the 400. So they have a lot of depth in competition in that 400 meters at St. Aug. Yeah. But right now we're looking at, that is St. Aug. Looks like they're out on the lead.
That's right.
But I'm
all about
sure
old Perry Walker, and here it comes.
That looks like Warren Easton right now.
Yeah. Pulling on out.
All right. He just took over that race.
Yeah, you're right. And, you know, I mean, I know this is a team event right here, but it's like you pointed out earlier, this is where the individual runners get to shine as well, because they have to pull that around, you know, for the team.
That's it. Each one of these young men runs a 400 meters all on their own.
All on their own, that's right.
St. Aug guy looks like he's pulling back up. This is going to be close on this first exchange. Wow, 3 of them. All together. Looks like old Perry Walker ended off first.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And that is so crucial, that handoff.
The handoff is crucial, but once they get it geared up, the running is what really makes the difference.
That's true.
That looks like old Perry Walker taking the lead right now.
This is back and forth.
John McDonough, however, has snuck up on this scene and is now running in second place, and St. Aug is running third. We're coming around to this is the third leg of this race, and we're about to hand it off to close it out. Old Perry Walker in the lead, John Mack second, St. Aug third.
That's the 3 that we've been seeing pretty much throughout this race. So
John Mack just took this lead, Denise. I didn't mean to cut you out, but John Mack has, this brother is gone.
Yeah, well, this is going to be the last lap right
here.
Last
lap coming up.
This is going to be the deal here. The real
John Mack gets it first. Old Perry Walker right behind him. St. Aug is in third place. This ought to be very interesting.
And they're all jockeying for that inside.
John Mack is gone, man. John Mack is out there.
Yeah.
Not
over yet.
That monkey jumps on his back. He could be caught.
Right.
But it doesn't look like it.
Well, they're right there. Look, he's coming up. Old Perry Walker. And
old Perry Walker.
Yeah. Oh, my
Making a run at it.
Oh, the curve.
John Mack. John Mack is out front.
Oh, my.
Brother from old Perry Walker is really running.
This is too close.
It is close. John Mack, though, I think he was just waiting for that final 100 meters, and he's taking it out. John McDonough, the winner in the boys, 4 by 400. Old Perry Walker comes in second, and St. Augustine, third place finisher.
it not only gets better every year, but I get a bigger charge out of this every year because you see so many kids here doing so many positive things, and this is what the track meet is all about. It's about kids. It's about the future leaders of our community, and we're very proud again to participate. Do you hear that crowd? I mean, that crowd just bring on those kids year after year after year, and they're not even near the finish line. Our staff are the ones who really came up and wanted to dedicate this meet to Mr. Richard Demas, because Mr. Demas, if you go back and look at his life, his contribution as a coach, his contribution in the world of work, he was always a leader. He was always someone that made people think positive. So that's why we feel very good about dedicating this track meet to Mr. Richard Demas, and we're going to have an award each year and give to an individual who will exemplary Mr. Demas in attitude, in vision, and in contribution to this community.
Now we're going to take a look at the winners in this year's 1998 Liberty Track Meet. The girls team from Warren Easton clearly was the class of this meet and won the girls championship with a record of 101 points. And the girls team from Warren Easton, you're looking at them right now, great team from Warren Easton. They should do well. On the boys' side of the ledger, Archbishop Shaw won the boys' title with a score of 126 points. And these are certainly some fine young men, and we certainly wish them well as they continue on their road this year. The outstanding athletes in the meet, Samaya Richardson from Old Perry Walker. She was clearly the top young lady amongst the girls. And Ivan Therion from Rabwayne is the top point getter amongst the young men. It always takes a lot of wonderful people and dedicated people to make the Liberty Track Meet what it is. We're going to focus in on some very special people right now. Marva Orsino is really the heart and soul of this track meet. She has been the person for the past 5 years to pull this meet together and make sure that all of the things got done that needed to be done. And she was certainly helped tremendously by the coaches who volunteer their time and energy to provide the officiating for this meet and to set up all of the different things that you have to do to run a track meet. Also, you got to remember, you got to keep records. So up here in the press box, the young men and women that you see up here are in fact the ones that keep the records and make sure that we in fact keep you informed and give you good information. And we do want to send a special thank you to all of the men, women, and children who come out and support these young athletes. The 1998 Liberty Track Meet, one of the state's premier track events. We trust that you have enjoyed it, and we look to seeing you again next year.